Some are finding refuge at the Two Dunks in Maynard, much to the dismay of Maynardians like Michael.
Especially if people are coming from Stowe, they're going to come through here on their way to work. Then I get held up for work.
Some are finding refuge at the Two Dunks in Maynard, much to the dismay of Maynardians like Michael, especially if people are coming from Stowe. They're going to come through here on their way to work, and then I get held up for work. Okay, so here we finally had a lot of problems. Maynard, Maynardians, yeah, proper noun. Don't worry about it if you missed it. Some of you did find it. Great job. Yeah, I think Google Maps. If you're looking on Google Maps, that is not cheating. That's not cheating, okay? Serge, I know, looked on Google Maps and figured it out. Great job. Yeah, several of you did get the answer. But look here. This is all easy stuff. And the guy's pronunciation, it was quick, but not bad. So let's go ahead and listen to this again. Let me expand this out. Here we go.
Some are finding refuge at the Two Dunks.
Refuge at the Two Dunks in Maynard. Can we say in refuge in the Two Dunks? In is okay, but he does say at.
Some are finding refuge at the Two Dunks. Some are finding refuge at the Two Dunks. Some are finding refuge at the Two Dunks in Maynard. Much
in Maynard. In Maynard. That's the name of a town, much to the dismay of. And this is an expression, much to the dismay of, blah, blah, blah. Much to the dismay of, much to the dismay of, much to the dismay of. People from Maynard. He just made the name. I don't think there really is a name, but he made it.
Much to the dismay of Maynardians like
Maynardians.
Much to the dismay of Maynardians like Michael.
Especially if people are coming
from Stowe. Especially if people are coming from Stowe. Listen.
Especially if people are coming from Stowe.
Coming from. Doesn't say coming from Stowe. R. Don't leave out the R. Lots of people left out the R.
Especially if people are coming from Stowe.
You can hear it.
People are coming from Stowe. Especially if people are coming from Stowe. Especially if people are coming from Stowe. Especially if people are coming from Stowe.
Especially if people are coming from Stowe. Especially if people are coming from Stowe. They're gonna come through here. They're gonna come through here on their way to work. They're gonna come through here on their way to work.
Especially if people are coming from Stowe, they're going to come through here on their way to work. Then I get held up for work. They're going to come through here on their way to work. They're going to come through here. They're going to come through here. They're going to come through here. They're going to come through here on their way to work. On their way to work.
Can you hear the R's? On their way to work. There. Different there's, same pronunciation. They're going to come through here on their way to work.
They're going to come through here. They're going to come through here. They're going to come through here on their way to work.
On there. A little bit of a N canceled the TH there. On their way. But still the R is there. On their way.
They're going to come through here on their way to work. They're going to come through here on their way to work. Then I get held up for work.
Almost nobody wrote and then I get held up for work. And then I get held up. So our phrasal verb is held up. And then I get held up for work. So instead of held up, give me one word. Give me one word instead of held up. Okay, give me one word instead of held up.
And then I get held up for work. And then I get held up for work.
And then I get held up for work. Held up for work. And then I get held up for work. Once again, these N's canceling out the TH, canceling out the TH. Typical daily English. If you come to America, if you live in America, this is what you're going to hear. This style of English is absolutely what you're going to hear. And be happy. Because look, you basically heard everything. It's just the little tiny grammar bits. And why is the grammar? Why are you missing so many grammar bits? Pronunciation. If you can say it like an American, you can hear it. Okay, practice makes perfect. No, perfect practice makes perfect. Say it with me. Join the live classes. Ask questions. And be confident. You're doing great. You got all the big words. You just missed the little words. And that is because of pronunciation. All right, 2 times. So some people are finding refuge at the Two Dunks. That's the nickname in Massachusetts, Dunks. They don't even say Dunkin'. They don't say Dunkin' Donuts. They say Dunks. In Maynard, much to the dismay of Maynardians. like Michael. So Michael is a Maynard guy. He lives in Maynard. He probably grew up in Maynard, went to Maynard High School, and now works in Maynard. He's a real Maynard guy. And he's not happy. He's dismayed. He's very unhappy that all these people from Stowe are now coming to Maynard for Dunkin' Donuts. He doesn't like that. You get out of here. You stay in Stowe. This is Maynard. This is for Maynard people, not Stowe people. And he complains, especially if people are coming from Stowe, they're going to come through here, drive through here on their way to work. There's more traffic. There's more traffic, more cars. And then I get held up for work. And held up at work. Oh, good question. Held up for work means I am late for work. There's more traffic here and I am late for work. So, he has to be at his office at 8 a.m. And his routine every day, leave the house at 7:30, go to Dunkin' Donuts, get my coffee, get my donut, and get to the office at 8. It's perfect. Every day, 7:30, every day. But now, if he leaves at 7:30 and all these Stowe people are here, he's late. He gets to the office at 8:15. So now he has to leave the house at 7:15 because of the Stowe people. He's not happy. Oh, yeah, I understand. I get held up for work. Yeah, I'm late to work. I get held up at work. That means you're at the office and you can't leave. Okay? So let's say I have one document to print and then I can go home. And I leave at 5 o'clock. So it's 4:55 and I print my document. And it doesn't print. So I try it again and it gives me an error. So I go to the printer. There's no paper. So I put paper in the printer. I come back and I print. There's another error. I go back. The paper's jammed. Now I'm late. Now I'm held up at work. Okay, that's the idea. Because of the printer. All right. Here he's held up for work because of the people from Stowe. Those bad people. Held up, delayed. Get late is the idea, but grammatically we can't say that. And then I am late for work. And then don't use get. And then I am late for work. We can say that. Stuck? No, you got the right idea. You could say this. And then I get stuck in traffic and I am late for work. We could say that. Detained? No, we can't say detained. That's when the police get you. Okay, so if the police get you, then yeah, you're detained. So these two will work, but we have to change the structure of the sentence. You got the idea right, though.
Some are finding refuge at the Two Dunks in Maynard, much to the dismay of Maynardians like Michael.
Especially if people are coming from Stowe, they're going to come through here on their way to work. Then I get held up for work.